All right, so we're Next Level Performance. I'm Dustin. I'm here with Tyler and Garrett, and we're going to talk to you about the front squat. I'm going to start out by talking about your stance and your feet position. And these two things are important because you want to have good alignment between your ankles, knees, and hips to help reduce your risk of injury, and also to help you have an efficient movement. And it's also going to help you get your full range of motion. And that full range of motion is going to allow you to activate more motor units, more muscle fibers, and it's going to help you to gain more overall strength. So to start, you're going to have, I'll just face you, the camera. To start, you're going to have your feet about shoulder width apart. Different people, there's kind of a comfort zone, and you can vary it a little bit, but that's a good starting point, is about shoulder width. You want to turn your toes outward just a little bit, and want to keep your feet flat. You don't want to raise up onto your toes because you're going to fall forward. And that's basically it for your stance, really.
All right, for your grip, it's a little different. It's in front of your body compared to the back squat. And sometimes people run into a little problem with range of motion because you come under the bar, your fingers, a lot of people do fingers. You can, if you have the range of motion, grip the bar. You're going to step under, and you're going to pick it up, and you want your elbows as high as you can. I have a little decreased range of motion, so I have to really bring it back to my fingers to get those elbows up and parallel to the ground. You can, if you need, bring your grip out wider for a little better range of motion, or you can do a little less common of a grip, which is bringing your elbows up and across, and you grab the bar on each side. You grab it, and you lock your thumbs on either side, seal it. Keep your back up. And with this here and gripping in front of the bar, I prefer a split stance to take the bar off. Gives you a little more stability in the front of your motion with the bar being in front of you. But you can do just a standard side stance.
All right. A lot of people like to teach the front squat first because it is a self-correcting lift. If you don't perform it correctly, you're going to drop the bar. Another reason it acts as a counterbalance on you. So when the bar is on the front of you, you have the ability to get lower than you do with the back squat, which you want to teach to new lifters, young lifters. So pros and cons. Pros of the front squat, it's going to put less strain on your back, on your spine. The cons is going to come out, you're going to put more pressure on your knees due to the counterbalance of the bar. Another con is going to use less weight, obviously, due to shoulder position where the bar is at, and the fact that you're going to use less posterior chain muscles. It's a lift that a lot of people feel uncomfortable with, so they don't do it. A lot of articles you read will say, that you can try different breathing techniques and all this, but it's really just going to be an uncomfortable lift to do until you do it for an extended period of time. And Dustin talks about spotting a little bit.
For this lift, you don't really need a spotter because where the bar's at, you can easily dump it. And like you said, it's kind of self-correcting, so if you're doing it wrong, it's going to fall off of you. Some people do spot from the front, holding the person's elbows, but that's kind of risky. You're risking injury to your shoulders and stuff. I've always had people just spot me from behind and grab my chest and kind of help me if I need it. And like I said, if I'm not going to be able to get it, then you can just get rid of it. I'll actually do the movement for you. It's basically the same thing as the back squat. You're going to be a little bit more vertical. Your torso will be, but you want to get depth.
See his placement of his grip there, and see how he's wrapping under. He's got a little restriction in range of motion, so he's rolled it back on his fingers. It's more just keeping the placement of the bar up. He's got his elbows high, and it's on his back, and his hands are more just keeping it on his chest and at that platform that he's created. You can see he's got it good. He's sitting back in his squat. His weight is on the heels. The bar is over his heels, so he's pushing and driving straight up. and he's bringing, when he's sitting up and driving up, you can see how he drives his hips forward. So he's going from the back, he's driving the hips forward.
And also, the use of the bells, much like a back squat, is going to create more stability, something to breathe out against. Some recommend, some don't, just a personal opinion. And Olympic shoes are going to do the same thing. It's going to allow you to get your weight farther back. A big issue with the front squat is ankle invasion. A lot of people don't have that narrow stance. They're going to roll in, so that can be a big issue with front squats as well. And that's it.